Come on. What's up, everybody? The Walleye Fest that was, and the Walleye Fest that is, and the Walleye Fest that's coming. It's going to be. Let's do a little chant. Pow! Ba-dum, bum, bum, We gotta shake it out. Gotta shake it out. Gotta shake it out. Talk it out. Laugh it out. Hug it out. Shout it out. Jig it out. Whip it out. Everybody's coming in. I just see Don Birdie. Courtney and I stopped at Art King, home of excellent ice cream. Ice cream is a food group for me. I like ice cream. Funny thing was, I had shaved ice at the festival, but didn't have ice cream. And I'll bet you no less than a half dozen people said to me, "Hey, next year, can we have ice cream?" So, yes, you can. I think we already have a line on a whole full service soft serve. Look at everybody. Come on in, everybody. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. How many people did I get clapping along with me? Did I get anybody? Raise your hand if I got you clapping along with me. Bum, 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 bum. I had pictured the closing ceremony award show 1,000 times in my head, what I thought it was going to be like, and the feeling and walking out on stage. All of that was great. There was a storm coming, and it was coming, and it was not like the world was going to end, but it was going to rain, and everybody was uncovered, and we had to go fast, and there was no time for shenanigans, and I was planning and hoping and really rooting for shenanigans. I love shenanigans. And at that moment, I thought I could be the ringleader of large scale shenanigans. And that really appealed to me. Like the thought of that was very appealing. So Mother Nature said, no, 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 nah, there'll be no shenanigans. Her name should be Debbie Downer, not Mother Nature. Debbie Downer. It had been beautiful for 2.5 days. I mean, picture perfect. Can listen, the weather was so nice that some of us, I didn't make a cast. I might have fished off my dock Friday morning. I didn't touch a rod Saturday or Sunday. Um, at all. Unheard of. For me, unheard of. But yeah, I had all these ideas of coming out on stage and getting everybody going, and you know it rained on my parade. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. I have no idea how I can see out of these glasses. It's horrible. Horrible. That's Spanish for horrible, in case you guys are wondering. E-Tricks, how you doing, Eric? Sean Kennedy. Sean, such a pleasure to finally get to meet you this weekend. Gary Walters. Dave Caseta, good evening. Merlin. Merlin, my friend. Love you, buddy. The Wiz. He told me Merlin walked in. You know, I mean, I call him. So Eric Wisniewski is Wiz because his last name is Wisniewski. So Merlin is the Wiz because he's goddamn Merlin the Wizard. You know, so he told me when I saw him Friday night that his plan had been he couldn't find one. His plan had been to get one of those big purple. Imagine. I imagined the hat Mickey's wearing in Fantasia. Um, Raise your hand if you've seen Fantasia with Mickey and the marching brooms or mops or whatever they were. That was trippy. I'm sure completely unintentionally too. Gary Walters, let's do that again. Merlin, Keith Horns, my brother. My brother. My brother. Jason Wickerser, what's up, man? Rumble Seat, it was so good to see you, Bob. It meant a lot to me that you came all the way down, and I was so glad to get to see you and give you a big hug. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you, Bob. Bob found me early on since day one. Uh, he is funny. He is. There were people that were asking me, Bob, I'm going to fluff your ego because I love you. All weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, multiple people while meeting me said, "Is Rumble Seat here? Could you point him out to me?" Because they were really more interested in meeting you than, and I'm great. He wasn't there. Wasn't there Friday, wasn't there Saturday. You told me you were coming Sunday. And a lot of this past weekend for me is blurry. Um, things were going at a speed that I hadn't ever really been at before for that amount of time where it was, you know, like that. And it was fast. There were so many things happening, and you're doing this with it, and then in the overwhelming amount of love being poured out. I mean, every person was stopping me and thanking me, um, thanking me. I'm thanking you, and everybody's thanking me. Um, Outpouring of love, and the people. My buddy Billy flabbergasted me. Just like it, I mean, like he would have. He dropped me like a sack of potatoes, like he'd hit me with a right hook. Ow! Oh, completely off guard. And all of a sudden you're walking along in life and you're just all of a sudden, boom, you're just a puddle. I mean, those moments will never leave me. Um, Ever. I mean, I had little kids come up to me and go, "Hey, keep your tip up." They were, shy or whatever. And they're like 6. And I'm thinking, oh my God. We got down and we did it together. How amazing. Your heart grows. Remember what was it, the cartoon with the Grinch every time? What did something happen and the Grinch was like, oh, and his heart grew another size larger. And so the story goes. I can see where that would come from. Bob Rourke, Wayne Foote, Roger Zoller, Mark Webb, Mark Webb, Mark Webb, Mark Webb. Mark Webb's the first guy I'm taking of many. I'm taking to battle with me because, man, he's been right here the whole time, right along with me. Well, Rumble Seats was on the river in front of your place today. Dennis, what's going on? Hooking eyes. Eric says, I'm going to cry it out. I saw your post, buddy, and Eric said, never caught a single fish all weekend. That sucks. I'm with you. Listen, I've had those days, boat or no boat, you know? Um, shake it off, kid. Rub some dirt on it. Joseph Zeski, Chief Stone. What's up, buddy? Michael Hoover. Mike, how you doing, bud? Dave Casada, I'm fishing the night of this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right on. Tammy Hoover. Jim English. How's it feel to have the first Walleye Fest in the rearview mirror now? Yeah. I'm working diligently to get it completely put to bed. Everybody, if they're still waiting on prizes, that probably going to be Thursday when I get to that, and I'll deal with all that at once. I have all everybody's checks to be mailed out and other stuff. If I know if you're one of the two remaining kids anglers that didn't get their prize, then please get a hold of me because we gotta arrange that because there's a mountain of stuff. The final leaderboard, when Mark got everything squared away for us, is up now on the website, and it is part of posterity. It is official in every way. It's been triple checked and quadruple checked. Then we have to get kids with lifetime fishing licenses. I mean, if you didn't hear the story, the young man, Tyler. Second place, Tyler Miller. I'm over getting the rest of the stuff together, and I spin around, and this guy's standing there, and he's, I don't know how old Tyler is. 9, 8, 9, 10, 9 or 10, 10, 11, 9 or 10. Can I hear 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10? And he looks at me, he goes, hi, and he introduces himself. And he said, I won second place in the kids division. And he said, I already have a lifetime fishing license. He's like, do you mind if we give it to somebody else? I'm like, I don't mind, my friend. And so first, third, and fourth are getting lifetime licenses in the kids division. And I still have 2 other ones because we have 5 total, and everybody, I'm sure I mentioned it before, but again, things are blurry from then. It was Bob Rumbleseed donated the 5th lifetime license for the kids. So we have 3 that are going to the placeholders and 2 that are going to have names drawn from the rest of the pool of kids that were entered. So we have 2 more. So we'll have 5 when we buy them all. It's pretty fantastic stuff. It's pretty fantastic stuff. And one of the organizations that donated one to us, this Little Tags Foundation, I guess they do this kind of thing all over the place. And shame on me, I don't have the bio for them right here, but you can look them up, I believe, Little Tags Foundation. And they do this as a charitable organization, and I think you can donate to them, and I'm sure we probably will, actually. So that's exciting, and those kids. It's funny. I'm not going to say that I'm all about the kids. I mean, I am about the kids. I have kids. They're all right, I guess. Yeah. But seeing it firsthand, and every one of them, like, so again, Josh and Jim and Josh Deacons over at Crossroads Auction House, my friends, my partners in crime. Jim has like a candy store over there, depending on what he has that's going through the building. He's an auctioneer, and stuff come in and goes out. And I caught him, and he knew to hold some fishing stuff back for us that with this event coming up, and we went over there, and your money goes a long way in a place like Jim's auction house, and And now with his, like, you can do his, he does his online now. You don't even have to go there. You could sit just like you're watching me and watch the auction and buy and bid and win, and then go pay and pick up. I don't know. I would bet they would probably deliver for a fee. I guess, who knows? But anyway, um, we went over there, and I spent all the kids' ticket money on the merchandise for their top 10. And we had a rod and reel combo, we had some really cool tackle boxes and bags and backpacks, a folding Cabela's net that would be really cool if you were trout fishing, and it had just a little longer handle on it. You could put it right in your pack, but the whole thing folded like this, so it was only that wide. I thought that was the coolest thing of all. I had a bag, a gallon Ziploc bag full of lures. Um, and every one of those kids, when I handed them this stuff, like they were whatever you handed them first, they were like, "Oh, this is so cool," and then you'd hand them something else, and then you'd hand them something else, and then you'd hand them something else, and they're it was a fishing Christmas, and I just sat there, like I remember the derbies, um, the Lions Club Derby we were always at when I was a kid, and also all the carrier derbies that my grandpa did, over at Martino's right on Lakeshore Road. I can remember down by the lake, because there was a fairly steep from Lakeshore down there, and there used to be stairs, and everybody would get measured down there. There were docks out there for the bar and restaurant right there, and I mean, I couldn't have been 8, 10 years old, if that, probably more like 7 or 8, I would think. And I'd sit there and watch, and like Gramp and a couple of the other guys, they were doing like what I did over the weekend, and there were people everywhere. And like Cortland Line used to hand out little free filler spools, of monofilament. I remember getting one, thinking, "Oh, this is the coolest thing ever. Somebody gave me fishing stuff. And I saw that look in their face when I was handing them all this stuff. And Craig Storms at Dakota Lithium Battery, and I like Diehard's page. I mean, I've known Craig going back 30 years to the Salmon River days, when him and I first met. He donated with Dakota Lithium those brand new top of the line power packs. I don't care what you do. If you need power, and we all need power, there's nobody that doesn't need power. These are Dakota's box, and you can do whatever you want with it. And he donated four of them to be given away. Um, we gave 3 to the top 3 in the adult division. Those guys looked at me like those kids did. Those top 3 guys, they won a big chunk of change, but I'll bet you they got, well, I don't know, another $500 minimum, probably more like 1,000 worth of stuff that we gave them on top of that. And the winner is still getting. I haven't even set it up yet. We have the winning fish, and my partner Chuck had said that he's going to have it mounted, and he is. We just got to get a taxidermist, and I'm open for suggestions. I have no one in mind yet. I haven't talked to anybody. I don't really even know anybody in the taxidermy business currently, intimately, like, other than in passing, because I haven't had a fish done ever, honestly, for me. And I haven't been doing it for clients in a long time. And in the old days, the people I sent them to, other than Maggie Ratchie up at Fish Wish, I don't even know. That's the only one I know. I could call her. She might do it. But we want to get that done for the winter too. So I went off on a tangent. Sorry. Mark Ziemba, how you doing? And I got out of place here. Sorry. There's so many comments. Uh, Next guy that says shenanigans is getting their ass whooped. uh, oh, oh boy. John Burrows, Matt, I need a net man at 5:20 a.m. Be there. Maybe. You gotta have me home by 8 a.m. though. I got a I got a meeting. If you can do that, I'm in. I'll jump in for a couple hours. I'd love to. I got a new fuel line today, but I didn't have time to put it on. It's already dark. But I got the high pressure fuel line, 15 feet of it, more than enough. And I put new plugs in it yesterday, and it still didn't fire, which made me a little worrisome. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm gonna prime it before I pull the old line off. I'll put the bulb back in line, prime it, make sure it's got fuel up at the head. Um, I might actually go get another fuel filter canister. It's got a separator with a screw-on canister, but that's what made me think of it. You guys are going to say, "What's going on with your boat?" Well, it's in the driveway right at the moment. So, yeah, John, I'd love to go fishing in the morning for a couple hours. Uh, Larry Malik, what's up, buddy? Eric Road, Vinny Shepard for Fantasia. Right on, right on. That's the coolest thing. That's the coolest. That's the coolest Mickey Mouse ever. Um, that's my all-time favorite and the only cool one. I mean, there were some cool ones, but that was the coolest one. So Eric's talking about pins. I told you guys I have 1,000 pins. The first 1,000 people that came and got them, they've already got them. All right, but we didn't even go through one box yet, so we still have like 700 left. And I'm not even 100% sure yet how I'm getting them out to everybody. Mail them, I guess, but that's going to take forever. So that's why I wanted everybody to come and pick them up. Tom B, what's up? Did that just ding on my thing? Ding on there if I'm not doing it on my phone. If I'm doing it on, like when a notification happens, you can just hear it, but it doesn't like blast everybody's eardrums out. I know I was okay. I turned the notifications off. Sorry. Say that again. John texted me. Said on time. All right. Scott Tagato, what's up, buddy? Hook and Eyes, Walleye Fest Fall Brawl need to happen. All right, so you guys are gonna laugh at that. I can't. Yeah, well, I have a little doodle drawing of it, but I can't show you the drawing. It's Walleye Fest on ice. So somebody, a friend of mine, one of the many Dons that I know, my friend is Skinny Atlas, sent me a message today, and it went ding. So I don't know, hadn't even thought of it, but I liked it as soon as I did hear it. So that makes me think that it's something that needs pursuing. That's kind of, I guess, how you tell them these things, right? I mean, if you get the idea, and then there's a feeling associated with the idea. Good ones, I guess, you feel good. Bad ones, you feel nothing or something bad. Yeah, pumpkin seed derby. But that, it's funny that I have a special idea for, and I don't know if I can pull it off in that amount of time. So we'll see. I have a scoring system idea that would almost play like a game. Did I? Well, great. I'm not telling you again then. Sheesh. It is a secret. It's going to be awesome. I saw something different driving down County Route 37 today. Oh yeah, that was the giveaway boat, um, the tagged fish boat in my driveway because they couldn't get anybody over till today to pick it up, and it wasn't leaving it sitting down the middle of the park alone. Oh, but Bob said he was there today after buying $352 gas at 42 North Marina and then lunch at Wild Horse. Caught three very nice pickerel. Oh wow, right on. Courtney's asking, were you alone or was there somebody with you today? Um, well, that's good to know that the marina gas is open. Well, if where did you say you got it? At 40. Oh, back there out in the lake, 43 North. Okay. I didn't know they had gas in there, honestly. Maybe I did. Scott Tagata, did anyone get a tagged fish? Yes, they did. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't one of ours. Somebody caught so my buddy Casey Coughlin, whose son won one of the weekly giveaways, and we saw him at the OLA meeting that I went to high school with, sends me, he's the one that sent me the text. And let's see. Can I show everybody? How would I? How would I? Okay, I can. Tell me if you can. Oh, you can see that. Look at that. So you can see that it's a jawbone tag, and you can see it clearly in the picture, but not in the transference. It says ESF on it, and we didn't use any jaw tags anyway. Um, he said his son's friend caught it. Well, let me be accurate. My son's friend was shitting himself because he thought he caught the tagged fish. I had to break the news that it wasn't the right tag. Oh my god! Oh, that's like if you ever give somebody one of those fake lottery tickets that shows they won like a crazy amount of money, the scratch offs, it
Gets cashed in by Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny.
yeah, but in the meantime, people are fucking rich for a few seconds, They're telling people off and and then they're like, oh yeah, surprise, it's fake. Oh, that would be horrible. Randy Gushlaw, good evening. Randy Gushlaw, good evening. Did all the kids get gifts or only the ones that entered fish? No, neither. It was the top 10 fish entered. It was a derby for the kids, just like it was for the adults. We gave merchandise, um, trophies. I don't know. We gave merchandise for each place in the top 10. Because we had 132 kids entered. I don't know. That seems like a lot, right? I mean, I don't know how many. I don't know. That seems like a lot. I'm really happy with that. I'd love to see that get way, way bigger than that. And maybe well, yeah. So it's funny. I like doing stuff for kids, but we got to make our kids, like the first thought as well. Did everybody get something? Yeah, I wanted to, honestly, but part of it is it's a contest. You want to instill that sense of competition at some level. And I know if I saw those kids getting all those cool prizes, I'd be like, next year, you wait. I'm going to be one of them. Don Terry, what's going on? Tim G. Good evening, Matt. Sounds like it was an awesome event. Kudos to you for all your hard work. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Julia George, Bob Hutt. Bob Hutt, I got to get in touch with you because you were the first man out and you won a drift boat trip. I have all the information and I have your information. And for everybody that doesn't know, Bob got bumped out when it came to the tiebreaker. The last two places, 24 and 25, and turns out 26 were tied size wise, and then it went to the tiebreaker for weight. So Bob was bumped off, and he was number 26. And back early on, one of my friends up north, Road Jimmy Guide Service, said, I want to donate a drift boat trip to the guy that wins, or the guy that is the first one that's out of the money. And so Bob, you've got a you got a drift boat trip coming, my friend, on the world famous Salmon River, and it's awesome. You're gonna really enjoy that. And both the guys ahead of you in 24 and 25 places, when I told them, when one of them brought it to my attention, and that's what got me to look back and realize that there was a third one of that same size in the tiebreak, because it didn't show it. And so when I went back and it flip flopped, everything moved, and the guy that brought it to my attention went to 24. The guy that was in 24 went to 25, and Bob then bumped down to 26. Both those other guys, when I told them this whole scenario and what Bob had won as compared to because their checks were $157 for 24th and 25th place. And they're like, well, I'll take, you don't have to change it. I'll take that. I'll take the drift boat trip instead. And I'm like, oh, no. Everything is by the book, my friends. Everything is by the book. So both of those guys, Bob, are super envious of you winning the drift boat trip right now. Oh, Don Terry, you're going to make me cry. Your grandfather is so proud of you, man. Well done, buddy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Dennis Shetler, hooking eyes. Caught all my walleye, total of 34 keepers on real cool lures, worm harnesses. I tell you, those kids are painting some nice patterns. Some nice patterns. What's up, Don Birdie? Ed Paulson, thank you so much for your help this weekend, my friend. It was greatly appreciated. Jed helped us with one of the way stations at Lighthouse Park. Staying up all night. I tried sleeping in my truck, in the front seat of my truck the other night at Apps when there was nobody around. It's fun, kind of. Shell love that. Was like Strike and Spare lanes with my grandparents bowling upstairs. So cool. Yeah, Strike and Spare. Tell me where Strike and Spare was. I mean, I know the name, but I can't place it. I never golfed much. What did I say? Golf? I meant bowl. Man, there's so many comments. I can't. I don't even know who's where. Wouldn't. We had a great time, even though the fish didn't want to cooperate. Thanks for putting all this together. Well, you got it. Patrick Kraus. Okay, I've seen him on. I have seen him on Facebook, so I will look him up. I'm going to make a note of that too. Patrick Krause. Isn't the name of it like fish artistry, I think? Carl Capper, what's going on? Carl, great job by you, your wife, and your staff with such a large undertaking. Thank you very much, Carl. Carl's been around this industry a long time. That those kind of compliments mean something coming from him. My refrigerator sounds a little like a Apache helicopter right now. Ned Sellers, my man. What's up, brother? It was so nice meeting you and Kat. It was very nice. Well, what am I doing here? I just stop it.
The fresh eggs, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for your gifts. Fresh eggs and Heath bars. And this morning I had them both, one right after another. I figured I needed a dessert after breakfast. Ball brawl and Summer Slam. Yeah, that's too much. Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. Hey, Bill Morey, what's up, buddy? John. Yeah, kids are all right. Brian Hammond, what's up, Hammer? Larry Kelly, best derby ever. Right on, my friend. Randy Gushlaw, my grandsons and I had a great time. Awesome job. Yeah, right on. I am that. Listen, you guys know me. I mean, how many grandkids you got, Randy? They went fishing all weekend with Gramp, and it was a big deal. And they feel that, just like all of us felt it with our dads and Gramps, and for open day of trout season or open day of walleye, or bass season or deer season. It's what makes it, man. It's what makes it. Uh, yesterday morning, I got to just go fishing with Nate and Keith, and the three of us just went out and talked and hung out and fished, and it was nice. And then, those guys were with me um, all weekend, tirelessly, and we all just got to go. Oh man, and we get talking and we're looking around, and my buddy Keith is originally from down in North Jersey, and he lives down on the Delaware now, in Pennsylvania, but he's right around, it's New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. It's all right there where he lives. And he fishes the Delaware a ton and stuff, but out there on the lake, and you're looking out at the horizon, especially up to the South Shore, I always love, even though they got windmills on them now, I always love those hills, those southern hills, and because we don't have, everything's real flat around here, And we're looking out there, and I'm casting, and I said to the both of them, I go, man, it's pretty up here. And Keith's like, he goes, it's beautiful up here. He goes, I've been coming up here for 30 years. Our backyard is gorgeous, and so many people sent me pictures this weekend because I never got on the water. I never got out there. I wanted to go out Saturday morning and just see all the boats, because everybody kept sending me pictures and telling me, man, I've never seen so many boats. And there was just, everybody was out there doing their thing and enjoying it. Boy, that was so gratifying. Chief Stone, what's your biggest takeaway from the Derby Festival? Mine is bring more Advil. My ribs hurt from laughing and jigging for 2 straight days. Chief, there's so many takeaways, and at some point I fully plan on, actually sooner than later, starting or putting a post on Facebook or something, and Instagram, and just listening to people's suggestions. Because we got to digest what just happened, and while it's fresh in our mind, say, well, I want to change this and then this and those kind of things. And listen, that the suggestions are just that, suggestions, and but sometimes a suggestion will trigger something, or the suggestion itself is really spot on, um, and and those are good things, especially if it benefits everybody, which it will. The better we make it, the more streamlined, the more organized, the more everybody on the same page, and the more enjoyment there is for everybody, from the organizers and the promoters to the consumers and the festival goers and the fishermen. Um, what do you want to see? I know there's things I want to see, and first and foremost is I want to see the manufacturer's presence come. This year we had to go to Lithium, and they'll be with us forever. These are sponsors that jumped on board with us this first year, deserve a lot of respect and thank you and gratitude. Um,
People to send any photos they took to the Gmail account, and we can get an image gallery going.
yes. Okay. any any pictures directly related to Walleye Fest last weekend, you can send to our email address, for Walleye Fest is a Night of Lake Walleye Fest Derby at gmail.com. There is a link to it if you go back to walleyefest.com, to the website. At the bottom, there's a contact us page, and email us, you know, and remember, let's keep everything positive. Let's not go down rabbit holes of finger pointing and whatnot when it comes to whatever. These are open comments, but we're still respectful, and this is still, you know, things that we really think are going to benefit the whole. But yeah, this is the time where you figure things out. We got one under our belt. John Karnowski, you need an assistant? You'd be a great assistant, John. Were the sponsors happy with the turnout? I don't think there's ever a time where a sponsor or a promoter would ever be happy with the turnout. You would always want more. Um, I just think that's the nature of the business, and being in business, you always want more. And I think we did something that we laid a lot of foundation this year, uh, and we delivered to our sponsors. You can't tell the future. You can't be a fortune teller, because that's not possible. That No one can do that. Larry Kelly. I'm gonna I'm gonna pin that right there, and I thank you for that message. He said, "I know you don't want to toot your own horn, but you and your team made this happen." And team is the key right there in that sentence. Uh, it brought a lot of joy to all of us. There's only one way to thank you. That's to make 2024 even better. Amen, my friend. Amen. Absolutely. Because then everybody benefits. Yeah, Don went out and got my measuring fish for training that morning, Friday morning. I got a broken boat. I'm not putting my hopes in going out and catching one off my dock. And I'm like, geez, I wonder who's out. So I messaged Don. I woke him up. He's like, what do you need? I told him. He goes, I'll be on the water in 20 minutes. I said, right on. Courtney goes, Don rules. That's right. And now I know so many Dons, it applies to all of them. There you go. Don rules. Uh, oh, funny. Troy A, hope you get a chance to unwind and get some fishing in for yourself. Yeah, yeah, I gotta get back to it, but I gotta put everything to bed and finalize everything first before I can fully get into it. You gotta get everybody taken care of, prizes, checks, all that fun stuff. Wow, 45 minutes. I missed you guys. I missed you guys.
Yeah, we forgot to go live yesterday from the water.
Yeah, we were on the water yesterday morning, and after we got to the boat on the trailer, I looked at both of them. I go, I forgot to go live. That's all right. That's all right. We got. I got to get back in the swing here and get rolling again. Joseph Zeski. Any way to see the board and fish?
I can post pics of the fish and the winners.
Yeah, we have pictures going to be posted. You can send those pictures to any of your pictures. Send them right to that email address as well, and we'll get them posted on the board. It'll have its own page, 2023, and then every year we'll just add to it. Any of your pictures and videos from the weekend, the winners, anybody that placed. I'm sure somebody has a picture of that fish when it was caught on the water. Probably send those in. We'll put those with a place and everything. So this is everyone's derby, and so please feel free to send your pictures, and we will put them on our website. John, you still look tired. Well, you look sunburned.
The longest last night since I've met you.
So Courtney just said, she goes, you slept the longest last night of any one time since I met you. So and the leaderboards are on the website now. They are finalized. Like I say, 100%. So, and they're there for posterity, and they'll never come down. It'll always be there. Same thing with these picture galleries. It'll have its own place and it'll stay there. Oh. Well, this is this is funny. So this is a compliment, and I'm going to tell you what to do in the same sentence. Larry says, "We missed you too. I know it seems a lot, but your live has become part of our lives. Yeah, foolish as it may sound, you were a part of our lives. It's all your fault anyway. It's not my fault." Courtney thought this whole thing up. She's like, "Why don't you do a daily live report?" I'm like, who's going to want to watch that? Come to find out.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I want to say that
Over on the couch going, I didn't hear you say I was right. She was right, and she is right most of the time. But if I say that, then that's all I'll hear. Well, I'm right. So I don't say it that often.
Oh, Jim, how's Jim doing?
I get a picture from Jim Carker today, and it looks like he went 3 rounds with Tyson. Black eye, whole side of his face is all wadded up, and and he says, what did he say? Tripped and fell Saturday while they were fishing, and I don't know if he fell in the boat or on land, but wherever he fell, he caught himself with his face like this, pow, and as soon as it's one of those pictures. As soon as you open it, you're like, oh, because it doesn't matter what the story is. The end result is, and then he sent me a text back that because this eye was just purple down in here, and then a day later he sends me a text and now both eyes are purple, and there's also a strong possibility that he mouthed off to his wife and she cracked him one. I don't know. I wouldn't mess with Carrie. She'll give you one of these. Fishing related note. I live on the river, and so I'm watching technology evolve right in front of my very eyes. I've been in and out of the house, and I've been mostly at my desk all day today. So these guys all have live scopes now, and they're out in the middle of the river in the deepest part, and I'm assuming they're fishing suspended fish out there. Doesn't have to be, but I would assume out there they would be. And out there all day. I'm normally up until, and you still will have it, but normally guys are beating the docks. I mean, there's bass on beds all over. All over. They're just sitting there, so usually that's what you see go up and down. But these guys are there's a whole group of them now that you see right out here in the middle of the river.
It's so nice to see people fishing.
Yeah,
You
would never. I've never seen that before. And this year I've seen since the open water season, there's repeatedly people out there on spot lock with live scope. And they're, could certainly be walleyes out there on the bottom. I'm sure there's a lot of non-target species. I know there's carp, there's head all over the place, catfish, a lot of sheep's head, and there's smallmouth out there.
John got hurt too.
Jesus.
Holy crow. Michael Hoover got sunburned. Goodness.
Everybody's falling apart.
I got sunburned too, Mike.
Yep, everybody did. All right. I'll see you guys. We'll talk tomorrow. Looks like I'm going fishing tomorrow, so we'll talk to you. John and I will talk to you in the morning from Le Lake. That's French for lake, in case you're wondering.
El Laco.
Right. The Spanish translation is El Laco. El Jigo. All right. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Keep it down.